you reckon AI will take over in our lifetime?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh.
100%. So, well, no, in 1 year.
Right, you're gonna do a clip here, then AI is gonna take over in 10 years, and then then you'd be like, I was right. Right. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast Chatzzz. And you're actually one of the most joint recurring guests on the podcast.
Oh,
you're tied with like Vanessa, Stephen Jobson, Henry Berry.
All the best people.
Yeah, all the best people.
Yeah.
You're right up there. So yeah, Nick, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah. So I think we've mean to have this for a while, haven't we? Really, no?
Yeah, but I remember actually we did have a chat a while ago, and then over for a podcast over the internet, and then your internet cut out, my internet cut out, so we haven't been able to link up and do this in a while. So yeah, here we are. Yeah,
because that was when I was trying to do like a marketing podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to do it over Zoom, but that didn't last very long. It's like a nightmare.
But we'll talk a bit about marketing today anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
A bit about AI and marketing and whatnot, and how I'm using that and stuff. So yeah,
it'd be good. So we're not going to do the 3 facts because we did it last time. So if you want to hear Nick's 3 facts, listen to the last podcast.
Yeah.
And then I reckon we just start with what's happened in the last year then. A little intro.
Yeah, so I've taken a leaf out of your book. And
that's never good.
This is very good. And quit drinking. Quit drinking alcohol. Not quit drinking water. Because I mean, I think alcohol is it's a dangerous thing in people sometimes, and it hasn't always ended up when I'm drinking in the best of situations. As I'm sure everyone would agree. So I quit drinking, and it's now a year and what day are we on today? 20. It was a year. It was a year at the end of last month, so just over a year.
Oh, congratulations, that's a good achievement.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I didn't actually know you'd stopped drinking until after the last podcast. I went, "Should you get a drink?" Go, no, I don't drink. So that's been really good.
What made you stop drinking then?
So I have got myself, as I say, into mad situations in the past, and I think generally it was I just got to the point. And I realised in the back of my head, I'd known for a while that I just can't continue with my life drinking, because I'm one of the people that I wasn't an alcoholic, and I'm not an alcoholic, but when I have a drink, I was,
like the 6
going for it. Yeah, really going for it. So I would say the main reason was because it was affecting my work, and it affected my life as a whole, always in a negative way. And working for myself and doing the things that I do, and wanting to be the best person I could be, if I was going out drinking at the weekend on, like, let's say a Saturday, I wasn't feeling well until like the Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'd get through that, and the whole week I'd be thinking, I just need to get through to the end of the week, and then you get through to the end of the week, start drinking again. So it was a vicious cycle of just negativity and not having the energy to do the work to the best of my ability, because I'm knowing I could be better. So Mondays and Tuesdays was just like a write-off, and just didn't feel up for it, and anxiety levels through the roof. So yeah, kind of that really, and it's sort of all encompassing. I just decided I've just got to stop, really, because unless I completely stop, it's always going to be there. It's like, you might go out and do something stupid or whatnot. So that was basically it. And then I don't think a lot of people believed me at first when I said I'm going to stop drinking.
People didn't believe me when I said I was going to do it either.
So no, I'm going to stop drinking. Yeah, all right, mate, whatever. And then actually, when you sort of a month in, they think, oh, you actually are stopping drinking, and then you don't drink on like New Year or something. Then
it takes people aback though. They're like, "Whoa, that's different. That's weird." But I can relate to that. Like, I'd be the same. He'd be going out like Friday, Saturday, whatever, and then I wouldn't want to open my laptop Monday, Tuesday, because I'd be like, I can't deal with if there's any like problems or issues and stuff. Then you get to Wednesday and you think, I'm feeling all right now. And then it's like Thursday and people are like, do you want to go watch the footy, whatever? And then you start drinking on Thursday, and you do Friday, Saturday. Not that you're an alcoholic, but you just I enjoyed the being drunk part more than the actual drinking. So it was easy for me to stop as well, just cut it out. And yeah.
Did you just go cold? Like, went one day? Nah, not for me.
I remember the days, like it was in COVID 2020. So it was when I just moved back in COVID to mum and dad's. So I moved back in the March. In the June, started a business again.
Yeah.
I split with my business partner. And then I started on my own and I was trying to make some money, making no money, no clients, that kind of thing. And hadn't sold on Zoom at that point. And then so it was June, July, August. Hadn't seen my mates like properly for a while. And I was going out with them, seeing the lads, being one of the lads, you know how it is, that kind of crack. And then I got to like August and I was thinking, I'm making no money here. What do I want to do? It was just a realization. It was like, do I want to be one of the lads and get a job? Nothing wrong with getting a job. Or do I want to make something of my life and my career? So I was thinking short term, yeah, it's fun being one of the lads and going out every weekend and doing whatever. But then long term, I'd be miserable. So I thought, small sacrifice. I thought I'll do 3 months to start off with because I saw there's a fitness influencer, Mike Thurston, he'd done 6 months. So I thought I'll do 3 months.
You must be from up your way.
Yeah, north.
Similar accent.
Yeah. He grew up in Newcastle, I think.
Right.
But I think he's originally from Leeds, something like that.
Okay.
And then, don't get me wrong, the first month was hard. I remember it was the bank holiday in August. Absolutely writ off. Like going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, being sick like all weekend because I hadn't eaten and I was drinking. And after that weekend, it was, I haven't touched alcohol since. But I was saying before, Kieran, who's with us now, he's been the closest for me to drink because basically when we go out now, they'll like get me a shot of water just so I'm like included, even though like it's just a little thing, isn't it? And he was so steaming, he'd like given me his tequila shot and he had my water because he was so drunk, didn't realise. So I started drinking the tequila, taste it and just spat it back out. So that's the closest I've been. But since then I just haven't done it. And people always ask me, will I ever do it, drink again? And I say, not that I never will drink again, but it wouldn't benefit me at the moment. And a lot of people don't get that, but it's just what's best for me at the moment. And I'm sure you can see the benefits of your own.
Yeah, 100%. I get that same question. It's like, do you think you'll go back to drinking? It's like, I don't give me a reason why I should.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of any benefits. It's like, I still see, you still see the friends, your actual friends that you didn't just want to be around because you were, there's someone to drink with. So you still see them. Like I still meet up with friends and have a non-alcoholic beer or, Coke or whatever it is, So I still meet up and see them. So I don't lose that. And I've got all this other stuff going on now, which is, keeps me really busy with all work and stuff like that. So I don't really want to drop any of that because hopefully that'll all be successful. So so I don't see any reason why I want to go back. I mean, explain to me a reason why I would want to.
That's what I mean. I just look at, say, like year end to year end of my business, say from when I stopped drinking and I was earning no money to like now, and I've just done my company accounts from August, and you think I've increased quite a lot. So why would you stop that momentum? You know what I mean? But I've not got nothing against drinking. All my friends drink and that's fine for them. Maybe if I had a normal job, it'd be fine. And I could just go into work on Monday and be a zombie and just go through the motions. But for me, like, I don't
if you don't get anything done on the Monday, it's not really your problem, is it? It's the boss's problem. Whereas if you don't get anything done on a Monday now, it's your problem.
I don't want that. But it's just like, for me, I don't want to get to say 30 or whatever and then my business fail and regret. You know what I mean?
So 30, I'm 30 in about 3 seconds.
Is your business failed yet then?
No,
exactly.
Not yet.
Got a couple of months.
No,
But I think a lot of people, I don't know if you get it as well, say, I wish you would stop drinking. I wish you would stop drinking. Like, you can. It's so hard. It's like, you just don't drink alcohol. You just do what you do. And you just do it sober.
Yeah, and it's actually a bit concerning because you think for the years that you probably, if you do want to stop and you're struggling to stop, then that's a bit of a problem because you can't even control like your own mind. Then you just can't control. If you're there thinking, I really want to stop drinking, and then someone says, "Do you want to come for a drink?" and the first thing you do is go, "Yeah, go on then." It's like you can't even control yourself to just go. So how are you going? How does that benefit you in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, it doesn't, does it?
It doesn't. If you can't even control, say no to drinking. I mean, and then think what you're going to be like when you get drunk. It's like, so I do actually feel personally, and this, I know that, we both worked in nightclubs and events and stuff like that, but all the time that I've spent drinking was just completely wasted.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute waste of my time because I've got nothing from it. Like nothing to show and, probably a lot less in my bank.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like, we both worked at events, and when you're working in nightclubs, well, I think most people have lots of friends, don't they?
Yeah.
Who they see on nights out and stuff, and then when you stop going on the nights out and you stop drinking, you don't see those friends anymore, and then you realise who your true friends are that actually like you for you kind of thing. But yeah, it's an interesting one, to be fair. But yeah, I think it's more and more common these days, though.
It's getting more common, yeah.
And I think it's not like frowned upon like it used to be, because there is loads of benefits, and I see loads of health benefits, business benefits, and everything. So
there's lots of alternatives now. I'm a massive fan of the non-alcoholic ciders.
Oh yeah, you follow them, yeah.
They're
so sweet.
They're so, yeah. It's like the sugariest drink that you can get. So it's probably not particularly good for you. But if you're out and about and you don't want to drink, I'll have a alcohol-free cider.
Yeah.
Job done. And it's like, you feel like fitting in.
Yeah. So I want to know, last thing on the sober crack, because people probably will get bored of us talking about being sober too long. But what was like the flip of the switch, or the moment that you thought, right, fuck it, I'm stopping drinking?
So there wasn't so much a flip of the switch. There's always been a lingering thought in the back of my mind of, you might just have to stop completely one day, because that I think had been in my mind for like years, like maybe like 5 years.
Yeah.
Just because of all the, hangover moments, forgetting what you've done, go, oh my God, I've upset that person.
Yeah, it's the beer fear the next day.
Yeah, the beer fear the next day. And then one day I woke up, and after I'd been out on a heavy one, and it was just like, I wasn't even thinking. I woke up and I was like, oh, I can't remember getting into bed or anything. And I was like, oh God. And then it was like beer fear moment, and everything was all right. So, okay, everything's fine. But I'd been said when I went to this party that I'd gone to, no, I'm just gonna have one. Yeah. And I woke up like thinking like,
what the fuck?
What I've done or whatnot. And then I was just like, well, I said I wasn't going to drink before that, and I said I was just going to go to this party and have one, and that made me think, I just can't just do the one drink. I'm just not. So it's either continue as I am and just continue getting hammered every time you drink, or just say no to it from the off.
Yeah.
And my decision was, I spent 10 years probably drinking more than what most people do in their lifetime. You're probably similar. I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
I've had enough, and just focus on, work and my business and stuff like that. And I just won't go back now. So
you get more respect for it as well, because people are like, I think in like, say, speaking to girls as well, initially I thought, all right, it's going to be weird, like talking to girls. I'm going to think I'm a weirdo, but they actually like respect that as well. And I think I've got more confidence as well being sober than like thinking, I need to have a drink to talk to a girl. I need to have a drink to talk to a girl. Whereas now, you don't want to approach girls that are absolutely off the face and stuff, but you can have a conversation with them and they'll find you maybe a bit more interesting, that kind of thing. They're like, oh, why have you not stopped drinking and stuff like that? Are you a recovering alcoholic or what? And I actually, last thing on this, I don't know what story you tell people when you stop drinking. It depends for me. So if someone says on like a night out or something, why have you stopped drinking? I'll either say one thing like, oh, I'm driving, or I'm boring, or that kind of thing. But if it's the right time, I will explain the story of want to focus on my business and that kind of thing. Because sometimes if you say, oh, I want to focus on business, like, what the fuck? Why do you want to do that? That's fucking weird or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to talk to you drunk.
Yeah, what I mean? I hate being around drunk. Absolutely hate it. I hate being if you're ever giving someone a lift that's drunk, it's like that all the time, because it's you can't do it. You can't be around drunk people sober. You can have a drink with people but like you say, with nightclubs or
gets to a certain like time of the night.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my God, I can't have a sensible conversation with you, and it's like
it's home time for bed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now you probably don't go out as much. I don't go out as much. Like now, it's like I can't stand people that are drunk.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what people would have used to when they met me when I was hammered, because who is this bumhead? You know what I mean?
Do you find it interesting with your friends who've saw you drinking and then not drinking now? I always find it interesting with my friends that have seen that difference, whereas some people who I haven't seen in years, they know me as Adam going out all the time, being drunk, nightclub kind of thing. And then the people that know me now being sober, it's interesting because you've got like 3 different perceptions on you and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a funny one.
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't realise that I've quit drinking. Probably think, he's probably still out,
You don't post it on social media like me. I haven't done a 3-year post though. I've been saying to Yonit, you need to take a photo of me with alcohol for months now, because it was August. I was 3 years, and it's November now. So I need to do a big post of like 3 years not drinking, yeah. But
I think that's the only thing I've posted, mate. Is 1 year sober. But that's 3 years is impressive. But I think we said before we came on that once you've got over that hill, or whatever you want to call it, of you've stopped. Now you can't convince me or whatnot. You can't convince you. It's just like you just can't convince me to start.
I think you're stupid for drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
But right, anyway, so last time you were on the podcast, we were talking about marketing, weren't we? NFTs, all that kind of fun stuff.
We're coming on to NFTs.
Yeah. So last time we saw you was your NFT event, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously a lot's changed in business and stuff for you. So what's changed over the last year, 18 months?
Well,
how things developed?
So I'm doing a similar thing to you, sort of, social media and whatnot, marketing and things like that. But as of late, I don't find myself doing that as much as I do I don't know, a lot of problem solving for marketing, but around technology and stuff like that, and utilizing artificial intelligence, a lot of ChatGPT. I've ChatGPT all day. And so doing that a lot with sort of like my sort of client work and things like that. And then I'm actually setting up a tanning salon in the Jewellery Quarter. So that's what well, you won't see it on video, but that is what that plans are on the wall up there.
Yeah. I've seen you posting about that quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, so doing that, and then just continuing to do work. But that the tanning shop's taken up a lot of time, setting up the website, things like that. And that should be launched in February this year in the Jewellery Quarter, because there's not one around here. We think it's going to be hugely successful, we hope. But do it. Utilising AI and the talent shop are the main things at the moment, yeah.
So then how have things changed? The last time we spoke, it was mainly like Facebook had some paid advertising and stuff, wasn't it? So what made you change?
I think that's kind of just what the path that I've ended up doing is just has gone down. Being someone that's on a computer all day, I mean, Facebook ads and whatnot, you can have a business doing it, but I've got to be honest, I've lost interest in it a little bit to some extent, because for years, sort of probably 3-4 years, just doing like Facebook ads or ads and whatnot, is like now I don't feel like I need to do that. So when AI and ChatGPT came out, that sort of sparked an interest, I suppose, in more other tech stuff, a bit like the NFT stuff, Web3. I suppose this all falls under the category of Web3. And for example, at the moment now, using ChatGPT, instead of doing ads, using ChatGPT to set up your a website or to set up your products to organically sell products rather than requiring any sort of paid media through the use of ChatGPT and SEO. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and stuff like that, akin to that or whatever at the moment. Yeah,
that's cool. So for people that are watching and listening that don't know what ChatGPT is, because obviously I do, what is ChatGPT then?
It's a large language model, and it's a website that you can go onto. And you can basically, it's a bit like search, like Google, but it gives you the correct answer. Not the correct answer, that's completely wrong. Because it gives you the programmed answer, but it gives you a much more clear and concise answer, like a human writer would, directly if a human was just writing your answer rather than a search from Google. So, it's just a large language model. So it's had lots of data programmed into it, and then you can get out different responses based on what your questions are.
It's like typing and talking to a human, isn't it? And then the human gives you the information back, but it's on the computer kind of thing in simple terms.
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to ChatGPT 4 thing?
I do, yeah. 100% I would recommend anyone that uses ChatGPT to use ChatGPT 4.
Is it $20 or $20 a month?
$20 a month, yeah. You can also go on to platform.openai.com and there you can, I think, get access to GPT through their playground. Okay. So it's so if you don't want to buy ChatGPT, you can use it as a pay-as-you-go system on there. I never knew that. And you can link into their API and stuff through that platform and things like that. Build your systems in there. I sometimes use that. Sometimes ChatGPT actually generates slightly better responses, particularly for setting up websites if you want to do an SEO thing. But you can have a lot more control over the platform section in OpenAI. And if you wanted to build an assistant or something, so if you program in what you want it to be, so rather than just, normally it's you're a helpful assistant, so it will help you out in whatever the questions you ask. But if you wanted it to, I'm trying to think of an example, be like an SEO writer for a particular website, like a gym website, let's say, you could program that particular robot assistant to understand everything about that field or that particular business that it was writing for. So when you say, write me a Facebook ad copy it automatically replies, understanding that it wants it for that particular gym business. So it's quite cool, that one.
Yeah, and I think as well, some people are reluctant to use it and they think, oh, fucking hell, that's a load of rubbish. But when people do use it, they don't give it enough prompts, do they? Enough information. And that's the thing. And it's all in the prompts. The more information you give it, like a human, the better answer and response you
get. It's absolutely scary. Like what children are going to be able to do, or children now, you know, the youth that are gamers now, the way that they're going to interact with ChatGPT is going to be completely different to the way that an older person is, you know, like my mum and dad aren't going to interact with it particularly, you know, efficiently. Whereas children and sort of the youth and their exploration of just putting stuff into it and seeing what comes out. And then what's interesting from that is that sometimes there's a lot of skills now that are going to be redundant to learn. So basically because the AI will replace it. So what you need to get good at for certain things is not to get good at the skill itself, but to get good at AI prompting to do whatever that skill was. So if it was writing a book, good at writing, well, you can get AI to write you a book.
Yeah.
It's me, whether you consider it cheating or not, I don't know.
But the thing is, though, if you're set in your ways and you think it's cheating, you just get left behind, won't you?
You will.
It's like you have to go with the technology, otherwise you're just going to be that old person who thinks, oh, well, back in my day, and then people are going to be light years ahead of you. It's like one of my friends, he's a school teacher, and all the kids use ChatGPT for like the homework and all that kind of shit. Yeah. And it's like, well, why wouldn't you? Why would you need to revise or learn all this stuff when you can just ask ChatGPT in 2 seconds and it'll tell you the answer?
Yeah, yeah. And is it wrong to do that? Do you think it's right? Is it morally wrong or right?
Traditionally, that'd be classed as cheating, but in the modern day, it's just the way it is, isn't it?
That is modern day problem solving. Yeah. And the skill that you're learning there is how to prompt the AI to give you the right answer. Yeah. That is a skill in itself.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I mean. Say, I can't remember exam questions when I was in like GCSEs, but like say a geography question of like, I don't know, tectonic plates or something. The question that you're being asked, you could just type into ChatGPT and it would give you the answer straight away, wouldn't it? Yeah. So like, why do you need to memorize that? Why wouldn't you use your brain to do something more productive or use it in a different way? I don't know why you still have to memorize stuff.
You don't need to know that anymore. You don't need to know about tectonic plates because ChatGPT can do it for you. But what you need to get good at is understanding what information you need to present to the AI in order for it to work out the more complex problems. So if you're like, what is a tectonic plate? It can tell you, you go, well, I need to know about this tectonic plate and how it works. I don't know enough about geography, by the way. Tectonic plates here. But if it was tectonic plates, you say, well, I need to know how this one's going to interact with this one over the course of this amount of time. And then you give it all of the information and data that it basically needs, saying, oh, this tectonic plate has this, I don't know, this size, and this one is this size. It produces this much energy. I don't know if that's actually how tectonic plates work.
I didn't think we could be talking about geography and tectonic plates. This was in the notes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think it is all in the prompts, and people should learn how to use the prompts and how to prompt it correctly, because it's going to be a massive part of our life, isn't it? AI and ChatGPT in general. God knows what else will be out soon.
If you don't learn to prompt correctly, there's going to be some 16-year-old kid in 2 years' time that's going to wipe out your business if you don't learn to do it. Because if they can do with prompts and do, you know, high-level prompting, but if they can do with prompts what it takes you a week to do for your business, you're screwed. Yeah. Because some smart 16-year-old is just going to, you know, the normally plays on video games because it's similar, you know, it's just interacting with the screen. It's just going to come along and just wipe out your business because you haven't adapted. Yeah. Adapt or die.
Literally. And the kids are going to take over and then we'll be bankrupt by 30.
No, 100%.
But, yeah, like an example we use in the business is, say, like if we're doing social media captions. So it's like, write social media caption for this business in this area, blah, 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 blah. Make sure there's like a hook and this information and then a call to action and that kind of stuff. And then give you the thing with the hashtags and the keywords and that kind of
that's
shit.
The thing. So your expertise, though, it's like, make sure there's a hook, make sure there's a call to action. Yeah. If you just go and write one, it's not going to be as good as the one that you prompted. Yeah. Because you've prompted it to contain certain
X,
things.
Y, and Z, yeah.
So that's what you need. That's what people need to get good at. Need to get good at fast, because this AI keeps like
changes every day.
3.5, ChatGPT 3.5 was what, a year ago? 6 months ago, GPT-4 comes out and it's 10 times better. What are we going to get next?
Fuck knows.
Yeah.
We're going to get taken over probably by aliens. No, robots, sorry. Artificial intelligence robots.
I mean, yeah, there's the OpenAI at the moment. Sam Altman was just ousted as CEO. I don't know if you've seen.
I've seen that, yeah.
And now he's back in as CEO.
I didn't see he was back.
He's back in as CEO.
When did he
I
come
think
back?
that was today, yeah. And apparently there's rumours that, and I don't know, this is a fact, I'm just speculating. Everything I say is
Spreading rumours on
speculation.
the podcast.
Yeah, but apparently they created an AI called G Star or Generative Star, which was, they don't call it they call it more of an entity or something like that, because it's more general intelligence. AGI, it will get to artificial general intelligence, which basically could be a threat to humankind. So,
do you reckon they're just saying that to scare us, though?
No, I don't think they are.
Oh, really?
I really don't.
Really?
I think they are starting to create stuff that is going to be
That is quite scary, though.
scary. Yeah, but well, there was I can't remember how long it was, about a month ago, but a lot of countries met up for the AI summit. You know, Big Elon was there, and you know, Rishi Sunak and
All the boys.
yeah, and like,
Girls.
and I think there is genuine concerns around the technology. Not necessarily right. Is an AI going to come and, you know, take over my computer? But, you know, if it's linked in with weapon systems, what if it thinks that is the best thing to do is attack, and you don't want to attack a country, and you had your AI systems linked up? What if AI, you know, cyber warfare happens, and you know, China's there sending a load of AI agents to come and attack your computers? Like, I personally don't know enough about it, but I know that it is going to be.
It's an interesting topic, though, isn't it? Like, say, as humans, we're the most intelligent species on the planet, isn't it? It's like more intelligent than all the animals in the world and plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this will be the first thing that's going to be more intelligent than us. So it's like, how do you deal with that as humans? Can you deal with that? Are we all just going to turn into like Daleks, and our brains just going to be in these Daleks and all that kind of shit? Fuck knows. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. I think I'd personally just go with the technology. 'Cause if you don't, then you will get left behind.
Yeah. I mean, was this our purpose, though? Because you got to think about, are we just like plants? So plants initially grew, and then they fed the animals, and are we just something along the way?
Well, yeah,
the next thing is that we're just the feeders, or the information feeders to the computers, you know, that become a lot more intelligent.
Probably, because if you think like, I don't know, the Egyptians and the Romans and all that kind of shit, and the dinosaurs before them, and just all evolves, isn't it, over time? So it will be long gone before we get taken over, though, I reckon. Do you reckon AI will take over in our lifetime?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. 100%. So, well, no, in 1 year.
Right, you're gonna do a clip here, then AI's gonna take over in 10 years, and then then you'd be like, I was right.
No, but in fairness, though, Sam Altman, he said that there's a new Moore's law. So are you familiar with the concept of Moore's law? No. So it's, I think it, I could completely ruin this, but I think it's the processing speed of computers increases at a specific rate, right, over time. And at the moment, Moore's law, I think, is just falling away, right? I think it's the speed of processing chips or something like that. But there is going to be a new Moore's law, which is the amount of intelligence in the universe, or in the known universe, is going to double every 18 months or something like that. So if you think about it, if you've got one intelligence right now, and ChatGPT 4 is intelligence 1, and then in 18 months it doubles, that's 2, isn't it? Intelligence, but then it goes exponential, because then you've got 4 intelligence, 8 intelligence, 16 intelligence, so it could be 16 times more powerful in like 5 years. So it's more than double. So because of this new Moore's law equivalent, we could easily see AI just completely take over.
Yeah, because everything just goes so much faster these days, doesn't it? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were saying, like, when they were in, I think it was the Joe Rogan one, The Rock maybe, and he was saying, like, in the 70s and 80s, like, cars were produced so slowly, weren't they? And they were classed as like a classic like 10 years ago, whereas now everything's so fast. It's more like from the 80s to the 2010, the speed's been faster from like 2010 to 2020 than it was for them 40 years or something like that, with the rate that everything's increased. Because everything's just so much faster, isn't it? Like even in our lifetime, you think when Instagram was created like 12 years ago, you think, fucking hell, what did we do before Instagram? But you don't remember, because it was just so fast, and it just boom, just went in. If you don't have your Instagram account now, you're fucked. Like, who even are you, kind of thing? And we didn't even have phones when we were kids, did we?
No, yeah. Well, yeah, you actually think about that and what phones used to be like. And I think a lot of people don't don't recall how, and I'm an Apple user, but don't recall how bad an iPhone 4 actually was. Like, go and try and use an iPhone 4 now.
Yeah. I remember the 3G. That was the first one I remember.
Yeah. Go and try and use one now. You can't. It just doesn't. It's so slow and clunky and things like that. And you haven't realised because it's just all gone, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 now. It's like, you think, it's just an iPhone. But
yeah, because I think my mum's got an iPhone 8 maybe, and that's got the little clicky button thing.
I think mine has got one of those.
Yeah, and I think that's so old. You know what I mean? It's not like the touchscreen. And you think that was probably only about 4 or 5 years ago or something like that.
How do you even use it? It's like I don't get how people would use an iPhone 8 or whatnot, but doing what we do is you need to have the most up-to-date technology. It's a good excuse for having it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I need the best laptop.
Yeah, that's why I got a new laptop, not because mine's got an epileptic fit. But yeah, so then what made you change then to more AI focus rather than Facebook? Apart from just being bored, did you see like a gap in the market? Did you see where you could excel with your expertise, or what was kind of the thinking behind it?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be doing something. So Bamford.ai is
you sent me that the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, is what's going to be my new sort of agency model, but it's not. We sort of teachings and coachings and shared businesses, basically how to use ChatGPT and other AI tools like Perplexity or Midjourney or things like that efficiently. Because
are you good at Midjourney? I've tried that once, but I was so bad.
So Midjourney's very good, but the thing you're struggling with it is letters, as does DALL-E 3. But the best way to use Midjourney is to get ChatGPT to write your Midjourney prompt, and then put your ChatGPT, whatever that response is, into Midjourney, and that'll give you a particular look or style or whatnot. So if you just wanted a photo of, I don't know, a speaker or a microphone or something, you could say, in Midjourney, you go, right, put me a speaker or a microphone. But if you wanted a better one, get ChatGPT to prompt it, and then you might read through a speaker and it's, photographed with this particular lens, with this particular background, and ChatGPT will write you a better prompt for Midjourney than you would write for Midjourney on your own.
100%, yeah. Because we've been testing out AI videos, trying to create them, but we've been struggling with like specifics, you can create like a decent video, but if you want specific objects and things, that's a bit more difficult, but it's a work in progress, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of it still isn't quite there yet, which is what the exciting thing is about it, and how businesses and how people in general are going to use AI in the future. As I say, a lot of jobs will get made redundant, but there'll be a lot of new jobs for people like prompting and stuff like that.
Yeah, because our job wasn't around when we were kids, was it either? So
Exactly. No, most kids now, most of the jobs that they will go into don't exist yet.
Yeah.
So, but I think, and that actually sort of brings me on to, I think parents need to be really aware of AI because firstly, your kids are going to pick it up twice as fast as you, and what it's capable of, and sort of learn how to manage it, because I genuinely think that children and kids spend so much time on their phones, and already parents don't really know what they're learning from that. And imagine if this super intelligent being in the phone that is far more superior and intelligent than you are starts, controlling, saying, do stuff. I think people, particularly parents, need to be really aware of AI and not be naive to it, like perhaps parents were to Facebook at the time. Go, oh no, and I don't remember. I don't know if you remember this, but like my mum, what's Facebook? No, we don't need to be like that. Now they're the only ones using it.
My mum doesn't even have Facebook, to be fair.
No, but I think parents need to really wake up to the fact that AI is going to be one of the main. It's going to be one of the main things that their children will use. Just like with any software now, and any job that anyone goes into, is you're going to have to use some form of software. It's all just going to be AI based and things like that. Yeah.
So then, like you're saying, you've been testing out Midjourney and that kind of stuff then for the consultancy kind of side of things.
Yeah.
So what's kind of like the plan with that? What kind of businesses are you going for that you think you can help and provide some value to?
Yeah. So, I mean, firstly, the basics of SEO is like, there's so many businesses out there that aren't doing that correctly, and it's actually quite simple to do. But with AI, it makes it very easy to scrape data and then input data. So, for example, if you wanted to sell a product or had a product,
Tannin salon.
And that's exactly what we've done for the website. Is go on. We've got a supplier of tannin lotions. Or rather than write a description myself, I've gone on the internet, I've typed in the product. Then what I've done is in Google, I've got all the information about Google, and then I've used AI to scrape all of that information so it understands everything about. It's just got a list of all the crap people have wrote about, the reviews, what's in it, everything. And then told the AI then to go and write the product descriptions, your titles, everything based on all of that information that I scraped online. And then that has then ended up generating sales because it was taken from the internet with AI, re-put back in with a purpose, and there you go. It sounds so simple, and it is simple, but people have got to understand that that's a way that AI, you can just cheat.
Yeah.
It's just a cheat code. It's like having, it's like having a calculator and a non-calculator exam. It's basically like, oh yeah, just do that. Just put that in there. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'd imagine a lot of SEO people are a bit older or maybe set in the ways. It's more of like a traditional type of marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And my perception is it's a lot slower because people say, oh, you need to change this and change that. But if you're scraping data, like you say, and you're saying, give me titles, tags, meta tags, whatever it is called, and that kind of thing, it's just, like you say, it's a cheat code.
It is,
why wouldn't you do it? Yeah?
Absolutely. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Yeah, and also it's an investment because you're investing into AI. So firstly, you might end up learning AI, which is investment in yourself. But if you're setting up something like a website with AI, it means that you're setting it up correctly. You might set it up now. It might last you 30 years, that website, and might generate you money for 30 years or might grow exponentially, who knows. But it's a little bit different, sort of like paid ad marketing, stuff like that. But yeah, SEO is AI SEO. Everyone should be using it, if you've got a business or something, to improve your ranking on Google so that people can find you.
Because I think a lot of businesses, especially small businesses, would prefer that as well, wouldn't they? Because they don't have to spend money on paid ads. Because it's like that thing, if, say, they're paying you a retainer, then they have to pay ad spend on top. Because even though there's a differential of retainers for the service and the ad spends on top of that goes straight to Facebook or Google or however. But if you're just doing the SEO, that's just the retainer, and that's saving the client's money, isn't it, kind of thing? And they're just getting the organic traffic is what you want. Because with paid ads, they can work really well and stuff, and especially over Black Friday, they do well if you do them right. But the organic traffic is always going to be there. You want to do that because if you turn off the ads as well, that's like turning the tap off, isn't it? Yeah. You'll stop getting sales unless you've got a good organic or social media presence and that kind of thing. So I think, it's definitely a good way to go for business, isn't it, to build that ranking on Google? Because if you're searching for something, where would you go? TikTok or Google? One of them two, isn't it, really, these days?
I wouldn't do it if I didn't have AI. Absolutely no way. It would take ages. It would take far too long. But because AI is there, and because the tools and the Harper AI, great Chrome extension. Check out perplexity.ai, really good website. A bit like ChatGPT, but it sort of searches the internet and stuff. So you can just scrape all the information that you need for any product that you're going to sell, repurpose it with a purpose, using AI. But there you go. It's I wouldn't. There's no way I'd do it without AI. Yeah. But it's become so easy. It's just 3 or 4 clicks, boom, and there you go. You've got an optimized website or an optimized product on your section. It's incredible. Yeah.
So then, with the consultancy, then what kind of simple things will you be able to help people with then to make them understand it better or be able to use AI, ChatGPT, and that kind of stuff? Really.
Yeah. So planning and execution. If you've got an idea, a lot of people struggle to execute and struggle to perhaps get their point across of how they want things done or things like that, training material, things like that. So showing businesses firstly how they can upgrade their, training materials or how-tos, the documentation of, things that they do or have or services they provide, things like that, how things work. Lots of trailers. There's loads of different ways that it can be better. You can benefit from it like that. Also, the way in terms of showing people when you're talking to the AI like ChatGPT 4, if you just chat to it, it remembers your whole conversation pretty much. Yeah. Like, obviously, if you're giving it loads and loads and loads of data, it's to pick it all up. But if you get it to write me a story about this, or write me a post, and go, that's not quite right. You can keep adding to it and just have that back and forth conversation. And I don't think a lot of people realise that. They sort of put one thing in, and then they just go, oh, that's not right. It was like, no, you can say to the AI, no, that's not right. I want it done this way. Yeah. And it will then do it for you.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. It is like chatting to a human, isn't it? Like if I said to you, oh, can you go and get me X from the shop? And then you ring me up and you say, oh, is it this one? And say, no, it's this type of thing, kind of thing. It's like that with the AI, isn't it? You just say, can you do this for me? And then you say, oh, no, that's not right. Can you change this? Can you change that? Can you add this in? Can you remove that? And it'll do it for you straight away. So, yeah, it is amazing, to be fair, isn't it? I forget what life was like before it already.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can't code. Right? I've never learned to code. I don't really know that much about code.
That's fucking no
idea. The other day, I gave ChatGPT, I imported my entire Shopify website's code and told it to change some stuff, and I ended up coding and changing some stuff in the website. Yeah. I can't code. I've never learned to code. But using ChatGPT and this, it just explained to me, like, okay, where do I put that code? Okay, that hasn't worked. How do I change it? Okay. So I was able to make a change that a developer probably would charge, what? Grand?
Thousands,
Yeah. To do easily for free, just using ChatGPT. You've got to have the will and a little bit of knowledge as to how to.
Yeah, use your initiative kind of thing.
Exactly. That's the word. You've got to use your initiative, but you can pick up a skill and learn new things, and it will teach you new things, and then you'll get better at all of it. It's incredible. It's
just problem solving, though, isn't it? Like we were saying earlier. It is just finding the problem, and then you'll be able to find the solution with the help of that. And that's why I think that literally everybody can use it.
Yeah.
Like my brother's in the police and he writes out reports and stuff. And I say, why don't you use ChatGPT? No, I can't do that. It's like, well, you can. You just say, write me a report on this, this, and this, include this information and make it this amount of words and that kind of thing. And you'll save so much time. You know what I mean? So like everybody can use it. It's just one of them things that you just need to learn.
Yeah.
What? Carry on, go on.
No, I was about to say, people that sat on a computer will be more proficient with it. Like me, you probably sat on a computer most of the day.
Oh, I'm a keyboard warrior. Yes.
But if you're not on a computer doing something digital, what you might not. But yeah, go on. What you saying?
Why do you think that people would be either reluctant to start or not want to use it? Then
I actually think it's just the knowledge of knowing where to start, like in general, like what how can this help me, or the unknown. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And I think there's that is massive for AIs. People don't know what they don't know with this stuff. And there's problems that every person has and every business has that they're thinking, I don't know what I'm meant to do about this, or how can we do that, or how can we do this? By leveraging AI, you can probably solve that problem. Well, not every problem. But
like I said, probably, yeah.
I mean, look, it's some really high complex problems that what is the meaning of life? I mean, they're like he hasn't about to answer that yet. But a lot of stuff, if it's mathematical calculations, you're thinking, my door's fallen off. How can I fix it? What would I need to do? Do you can send a photo to ChatGPT and it understands the photo now?
No, I never knew that. No.
You can send a photo and say, where would I need to screw this? And it will tell you. It will put a mark on the photo.
Way. That's amazing.
It is incredible what you can do with it. So and once people get, I think, used to going, I'll just go on ChatGPT and ask.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But I think just a lot of people need a bit of a Kickstarter, really, which is why I'm launching my ChatGPT courses and coaching.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
But a little bit of course of coaching where you can just show you stuff on here's how you should prompt. What's your business? Okay,
I think that's going to be so good though.
Yeah, and even scheduling and things like that for parents. It's like, kid's got this on, got that on. Put in the schedule, building homework schedules with your children for the week. Like you getting them to use ChatGPT, like getting them to do it so that they're proficient in using it correctly. And then you've also then ended up with a plan afterwards. Because I feel like I'm talking a lot here.
It's your podcast, mate.
Your podcast. No, but the advantage is it works in two ways, because it saves you time, because it's able to do something for you faster than a human would, or than you would normally be able to. And it can save you money, because it can do things that skilled people would have to do. like that. So it saves you both. It's time and money. It's the first thing that gives you both.
Yeah. And I think for me, it's like as well, social media captions. So say like AI will generate the captions of what people say to you. Yeah, you still need to go in and check it because not all of them are right and stuff. But that's something before you'd have to manually type in, and you think, fuck me, that takes hours. Whereas now you can get it done like that and just go through the 30-second video in literally about a minute, then it'd be sorted. So yeah, I think it is cool.
Is that what you're using AI for at the moment? Social media captions? So like...
say if you've got a clip on here.
Yeah.
I don't know what software we use at the moment, but either like say CapCut or Premiere Pro or something.
Yeah.
You put it in, it'll generate the captions you see in all the videos.
Yeah.
And then you go through it. And as long as you're speaking at a decent pace and you're not like mumbling or you don't have a strong accent, it's pretty accurate. And you just need to maybe change like a few words here and there, which you'd have to do anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing for that. And like I say, if you were doing that manually, you'd be there for hours. I remember doing it when I was living in Cardiff. So what? 3 and a bit, 4 years ago, something like that. You have to do it all manually and it just take ages, and you think, how am I doing this when we're creating hundreds of videos a month? Think how long that would take compared to now where it takes, literally next to no time at all. But it's good. And we use it a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
I can't remember life without it.
This is the problem now, is is it going to be a struggle for you if you didn't have that tool now?
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do the amount of work we were doing now for the price point.
So the efficiency has just gone through the roof.
100%, yeah. So much quicker.
And that then allows you to work with more people and get more work that only you can do done. Focus on the
more important revenue generating stuff,
exactly,
and that kind of thing.
And then just let that sort of it takes 5 minutes. Okay, put that in. Done.
Yes. But luckily, I've got a team who does that. I don't do the videos anymore. Otherwise, that would be so much time to check them. I still have to check them though, which still takes time themselves.
Yeah.
But
no, but that's what I mean when you say who's the ideal customer. It can be anyone because all you've done there is taken a process that you normally have, added a bit of AI, and then it's just faster. Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of ultimately that's not going to work for a bakery, but there's still areas in which that can benefit them. But it might not work for a bakery, but it's still any process, especially digital processes. Can be made more efficient with AI, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The thing with the coaching and courses as well, I'm similar. Like, if there's somebody further ahead than me or has got some other kind of knowledge that I want, if you speak to them and they show you how to do it or tell you how to do it, you're gaining that knowledge straight away. So, like the coaching and the consultancy thing, I think it's going to be invaluable, isn't it? Because business owners, especially, everyone's busy, aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't have time to research on the internet and think, all right, this is how I need to do prompts, or this is how I need to do this schedule, or this is how I need to do this. So they'd rather pay for that course or the coaching or whatever and gain that knowledge faster than having to learn it themselves, because that's the one thing that we don't have and we can't get back time, isn't it? So if they can save some time for an investment of whatever, then they're going to go for that. That's why I think this kind of stuff is going to work really well, isn't it? Because it's applicable to anyone and everyone, but it's just obviously like different areas and stuff for different businesses, which is you can tailor to them.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you invest some small amount of money, not loads of money, and a small amount of time, now learning how to do a bit of AI, if you extrapolate how much time you then save from doing repetitive tasks and how much money you save from not needing to spend money on things that you can now get an AI to do, over 4 or 5 years, a small investment of learning how to do AI properly now has paid for itself 20, 30, 40, 100 times over the course of 3, 4, 5 years. So there's a massive return on investment from AI for any business at the moment.
And I think there's two kind of business owners though, isn't there? Well, from my perspective, it's more like there's one that sees stuff as a cost and one that sees it as an investment, isn't it? So the ones that see it as a cost, they're the ones who are going to troll the internet for hours and hours on end and try and learn it themselves. And you think you're probably not going to learn it as well, and you're going to waste all this time. You could have just paid for a head start or a little cheat code kind of thing. Yeah. So, but the ones that see it as an investment, they will pay for that and learn that knowledge faster and be able to implement it by the time the other person has even done anything, doesn't even learn anything, got to the conclusion. So that's why I think like the coaching consultancy is such like a valuable business to business owners, because the ones that are forward thinking and wanting to progress the business are going to invest, aren't they? Because they know they need to be on it, but they just don't know how to be on it. And then that's obviously where you come in and you can help them, isn't it?
No, yeah, and there's sort of set things which is, can this help with my my Instagram posts for the week? Can this, if you're a business that does that and you've got someone that's doing that can help speed up that process. Or if you, if you're a sole trainer or someone and you're doing that at the moment, you can certainly speed up that process. So, yeah, it's super exciting.
It's good for me. One of my team, he lives in Dublin, but he's originally from Pakistan, so he does a lot of social media captions for me. And yeah, his English writing may not be as good as someone who's lived in England all their life. He can use ChatGPT with the prompts and write in UK English and is all grammatically correct and stuff. Whereas if, say, I was working with him and he was someone in Pakistan who was trying to write them themselves, it'd be completely wrong and I'd be spending so much time correcting it and stuff like that. So it's just little things like that that can help foreign language people, isn't it? Or
I hadn't thought of that. That is an absolutely unreal use case.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that helps me a lot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Because someone that speaks English but doesn't have the full language, perhaps their second language, but needs to do stuff for it in English. That is absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not going to say a name as well, but one of my friends, I'd class him maybe as a friend now. He's originally from overseas, from Asia, and he's in Cardiff doing a master's and uses ChatGPT to write his essays and stuff and say, write in English and this is who I want to be seen as, like writing a professor's style or whatever it is and that kind of stuff. So it's like that. If he's writing it in English, it's not going to be English, it's going to be broken English or whatever and some spelling mistakes, and use it for that as well, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know if the unis have clocked on to people do. I mean, people must be doing it right.
Do you know what I did at uni? Yeah, I know, but don't get my degree taken away from me. But what was this? There was a system at you went to Cardiff, didn't you?
Yeah.
So there was a system. Was it like D space or something where you can view previous people's dissertations or enterprise projects and stuff?
I don't know.
But yeah, so basically when I was doing, because we could do a dissertation on enterprise project, which is like a business plan. So we could access like files of previous, like we were allowed to, previous business projects or whatever. So like I did a bomb bar, so like a mobile cocktail bar, Jaeger bombs and stuff, my enterprise project business plan. So you just go on, copy and paste it and just reword some words and it's like sound, you know what I mean? I don't know if I should say that, but I've got my degree anyway. And then so that's what people do in ChatGPT, isn't it? It's like, say you are this kind of person and I want you to write in this style and this many words and then just do it and then change a few words here and there and it sounds, isn't it? Because if it goes through the copy and if you copied people percentage or whatever, and it should be sound, but...
Yeah. It's really interesting because look, if someone goes and does a ChatGPT thing, like, I don't know, article, dissertation, whatever, and doesn't read through it and just submits it, right? And it gets flagged up that, it's ChatGPT, right? I don't think they should pass, right? But what you'll find is that as you're using ChatGPT or prompts or AI, whatever, you'll have to do so much reading to get right. Was that correct? Right? Did that write it correct?
Yeah.
You end up learning new stuff yourself. Just I read more than I've ever read before because I'm prompting something, and then it grows. Is that correct? Is that correct? Is that what I need? Is that what I need? That might not be what I need. But why has it done that? And then, so if you are writing something with AI, and it just happens to be you're not meant to do it, you probably, so for example, like a uni, thing that you have to submit, you probably are learning a lot more as well from prompting it, right? Reading it through, right? Prompting it, because every time you're prompting something and it's writing it, that's all new information to you. Even if you kind of know it, it's still writing new information. You go, and how does this work? And it made sure to explain in detail how this part works. And then you read through and go, that's how it works in detail. So you're learning more from using the AI than if you just go, I have to go troop through, the internet, go 30 Wikipedia pages and read 6 books that didn't have anything that I needed from them to just find that one bit of information, of detail, how that was meant to work.
And I think as well, if I did my uni thing now, referencing was a fucking nightmare. So like now I'd be like, give me 10 references on this topic and it'd give me it straight away. I'd be like, copy and paste. You had to troll the internet, textbooks, whatever to find references, and that was such a ball ache. So
if you are doing anything with references, check out perplexity.ai.
I don't anymore. I have no references now.
But no, if any listeners are, Perplexity.ai will reference everywhere it's got stuff from and things like that. So as you know, like in a Wikipedia page, got little 4 and 5 and stuff like that. It does that, but on its custom writing, so whatever you've wrote for it. So that's how I'm generating some stuff for articles for Mega Tan and Salon about skin types and safe tanning and things like that. Because you need to get the articles about NHS and tanning and vitamin D and which skin types aren't suitable and which skin types are, and finding all the official documentation to prove all that. Perplexity AI, like that. Done.
Easy.
Yeah.
What would you say your top 3 AI tools are for people getting started? What would you recommend?
So ChatGPT 4 is an absolute must-have.
Paid version.
Paid version, yeah, the paid version. Harper AI. So HAPRA space AI. That is a Chrome extension. So basically, if you go onto any website and you just click the Chrome extension and just put summary, it will just understand everything about the website and put it in a summary for you, so you don't have to go through it all. It's also very good for scraping, because if you want to scrape a load of data, it basically reads the web page that you're on and can then just, shorten it, optimize it, put it into whatever format you need. If there's tables and things on it, you can just extract all the data out of that. So Harper AI is the Chrome extension. And then, Perplexity is... Perplexity for me has replaced Google, so I don't Google stuff anymore, because Perplexity is like Googling something, but what it'll do is it will take all of the articles that are at the top, read them all for you, and then just give you the bit that you need. So Perplexity, Harper, ChatGPT 4, and I use them all every day.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm making notes now. So what have you got planned then moving forward? Obviously this is going to be out last episode of December. So this is going to be out. So my last one was the Crimbo special. This is going to be out on, what's going on here? Bam, bam, bam. Oh, why is my phone not working? Yeah, in fact, wait.
Just
this is
before
going to
New
be out
Year.
31st. It's going to be out New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
So what are the plans for 2024?
2024. So I still do work with nightclubs, funnily enough. I've got a lot of exciting stuff that's coming up with a client that I work for called Recon, who are the company that own a lot of the nightclubs in the UK as well as lots abroad.
I feel old now. The Prism's been renamed to Circuit. So when
the nightclub goes to a rebrand, you're not allowed back there now. That's not your scene anymore.
Because it's previously Oceana. I was like, how old are you? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, so 2024 got some really exciting things that I'm launching with them. There's an app called Night Pay that might be coming to the UK. I don't know if I meant to say that, but anyway. Yeah. But that's a really exciting project. Obviously, we've got the tanning, so really doing that, and then Bamford AI. So building out all of those and all of those projects, keeping off the drink, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in 2024. So if this is going out on 31st. Yeah. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year. Should have got some no secco or something.
But we can't, alcohol-free %.
So then, what do you reckon any mistakes or regrets you've had then would be?
Well, in terms of?
In either personal or business, anything you want to share?
Personal or business. So personal, I would say I should have quit drinking sooner. I think
hindsight, though, isn't it?
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I think quitting drinking sooner would have been better.
Why would you say that?
I think the amount that I've achieved in the past year is almost more than the sum total of everything else that I've done throughout the rest of my life.
That's mad, yeah.
So I think that and I would seriously say to any young person who, is thinking about going out and get pissed all the time, that all right. Yeah, go do it. I did it. You did it. But maybe look at a time to stop and start taking things seriously, because I think when you do start to take your life a little bit more seriously and do care and do give a fuck, that actually, things can start working out a little bit better. Not that they're not hard, and not that there won't be challenges and problems, but
you can make better decisions though.
Yeah,
and you're more focused, more alert, more driven.
You're more in control. Yeah.
And I think personally, I can't do it. I know I'm not that kind of person, but if I could drink at special occasions, like say weddings or birthday parties, like as a one-off, I would. But for me, it's like the momentum now. Yeah. 3 and a bit years, there's no point. And mentally, I wouldn't be able to handle it because I'd be going back to zero. But like, if people are thinking about doing it, don't say you're going to stop forever. Just say special occasions. I'll do it. Weddings, christenings, and that kind of thing. And just call it at that. Whereas if you've been drinking every weekend, you're not going to, people do it obviously, but I think it's the best way to go personally.
No, sure. I mean, I say I haven't drank. I have had a glass of champagne for my grandma's 90th birthday. And I wanted to enjoy the toast.
Yeah.
As you go like that. But I wasn't going to go, oh, yeah, don't pour me any or whatnot. I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Like, that's fine though, isn't it?
And to be honest with you, then I still carried on with my non-alcoholic beer or Coke or whatever, So that's
good. And then what do you reckon your greatest strength and your greatest weaknesses personally?
You're throwing this on me. You did this last time. You throw another question at the end.
To be fair, normally I prep people, but I didn't prep you at all.
Greatest strength.
Yeah.
Oh, you caught me. Greatest strength, greatest weakness.
Yeah, might be easy to do the weakness.
Weakness is patience now. And
in what ways would you say?
Because obviously I've quit drinking and take everything very seriously now, I haven't got time for people that fuck about anymore. And my patience wears thin very quickly now because...
I think that comes with age as well.
Perhaps, but I think also because if I'm taking something more seriously than someone else, my patience, I don't have a lot of patience for them, and I've become very, very, and this is probably now my strength actually, certainly since I quit drinking, and is being very direct with people and telling people directly what I think of them. And
I read that.
And since I've quit drinking and stuff, because before I don't have anxiety and stuff. Now I don't give a fuck at all. I'll say it like it is, but I don't have a lot of patience for people. So
I think I respect that more though, because you're not bullshitting them, isn't it? You're just literally saying it how it is. If you like it, great. If you don't, well, off kind of thing. Because so many people are just like people pleasers, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, that drawing, that's shit. Like,
it's like, just be honest, give feedback and stuff. We say it all the time with like the videos and stuff we do. We say, right, we do test videos. Say, oh, this is what it is. Then you say, I want you to let me know what you like, what you don't like. If you want any edits, because if you just say you don't like it, we don't know why you don't like it. We don't know how we can improve it, how we can make it fit your business or your brand more. It's all in the communication, isn't it? It's how you communicate with people. And I think definitely with this podcast, it's helped me communicate with people and just like listening and understanding people. And yeah, you do get a lot of time wasters, don't you? People who just like bullshit you or mess you about, and you think, I just cannot be arsed. You know what I mean?
Deadlines. When people don't hit deadlines and shit like that, that fucks me off really badly. That's
a mistake.
When I was drinking it, no worries, mate. Yeah, because you're out. Don't worry. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck. There's stuff that needs to be done. I'm going to get it done. So get it done. Get it done or fuck off.
Why else would you set that deadline though?
I know. Yeah, exactly. So so greatest strength. A newly found strength is directness. The weakness is probably a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
Patience wears thin. But
yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, it's good to hear that since you stopped drinking, you've seen like positive rewards.
And you're a motivator, mate. No, genuinely mean that, because I actually remember seeing, I think, one of your Facebook statuses after seeing you, and then I don't know if you've been 2.5 years or 2 years or something. You said, and it does make people realise that, oh shit, it is possible, and if you do want to just stop, you can just stop.
Yeah.
And you showed me that, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, now I can do it, and hopefully someone will watch this and change their life the same way that we have, and just go, no, stop.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I had a positive influence on you. That's nice to hear, because other people like will speak to me about it. It's obviously like a interesting-ish topic, isn't it? Like, why have you stopped drinking, and why have you done it? How have you done it for so long, and that kind of thing. And even if I can, like, I'm just doing it for my own personal benefits, and I'm not doing it to like inspire or help other people, but it has that effect of like people saying, oh, I stopped drinking for like a couple of months and it seemed a really big benefit, but I did another drink and I'm going to get back on it and stuff. And yeah, it's one of them things that, like, you've only got one body, haven't it? It's like, look after it. It's for me.
We talked about the physical health benefits.
Yes. Have you got the Whoop?
I've actually taken it off. It's over there at the moment. I
saw you charged under there. Yeah, it's fine.
it's just there now. I've got it off.
But yeah, I think the health benefits are massive for me anyway. It's like, it's one of them things, like, say for me, for the gym, you used to smash the gym, didn't you, back in the day?
I did used to smash the gym, and I'm back in the gym now from stop drinking. We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah.
But
and like the gym for me is more mental than physical, and same with the drinking, it's more mental than physical for me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, like I've said before, more motivated, more alert, make better decisions, more focused, and I don't think.
Well, then you've got time to go to the gym because you're not out getting pissed. And then when you're in the gym, you end up coming out and there's all this, serotonin and dopamine from having a good workout. Physically, your body's getting stronger. Like all of that just from stopping drinking because the reason I wouldn't go to the gym if I was drinking is not because of being drunk, it's because when you're hungover, you feel like shit.
Yeah.
So
I would never go to the gym the day after being out. That was my unwritten rule. If I'd been out the night before, I wouldn't go to the gym. Now I don't drink. I have to go to the gym every day.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, right. Let's wrap up because I know you're busy. Where can people find you? Follow you? Plug all your stuff.
So if this is going out on New Year, it has to be up and running by then. So the only place I'd say people to visit is bamford.ai, www.bamford.ai. All of I don't really have lots of socials, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're a bit under the radar.
I am a bit under the radar. I'm thinking I will be starting some YouTube stuff.
Long form or short form?
Pardon?
Long form or short form?
So medium form.
What's medium form? Is that a new kind of
medium form? So it's going to be sort of, let's say, 20-minute videos on. So like I said earlier, of how
long form. That's long form.
Is that long form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything longer than like 90 seconds.
Long form. Yeah. So more long form stuff. I don't think I can get my point across sometimes in the short clips, whatnot.
Long form is so underrated. Like at the start of the year, don't get me wrong, like I am lazy in some aspects of my life because I've got a podcast to do, a business to run, and all that kind of shit. But at the start of the year, I said to myself, I'm going to post one long form video every week, and I did it for like 8 weeks, and then I stopped because I hate saying I'm busy or whatever. I don't have time, but I prioritize other things.
Yeah.
And like some of the videos got like 30,000 views. Yeah. About TikTok. And I'm like, and they've had inquiries and stuff, and I think next year I'm going to commit to do a video every other week because that's manageable. Like I did the podcast last year, every other week, and then build it up and grow that stress level. Because I think for me personally, everybody can handle stress. You just need to get used to that level of stress. Like say the level of stress you're probably at now, you weren't used to that 2 years ago. We became acclimatized to that. And then in 2 years' time, you won't be acclimatized to that level of stress, but you just become used to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's when people say just social media, want to post every day. Don't post fucking every day when you haven't posted in 3 years.
Yeah.
Post once a week, build it up over time. Because if you're having to go from 0 to 1 post every day, it's not manageable, is it? Same as anything. Just make something manageable and consistent, because consistency is key in life.
Oh yeah. Make it so that you can make it so it's achievable. It's got to be achievable.
Make it fucking easy for yourself.
But if you say every week, just make sure you fucking do it every week. Don't say you're going to do it and then drop off after 2 weeks.
So you do it every week.
What's the fucking point? In terms of every week, I'll probably I might do a video every night for 30 days. 30 days.
He's committed to that. Everyone send hate messages.
30 days in Jan, make a video every night. So what I'm going to do, is just to explain, is quite simply just show what I'm doing with AI on YouTube. I'm going to use a program called Loom. Do you ever use Loom?
Oh yeah, I use Loom quite often, yeah.
Loom has got an amazing AI tool feature now. So it can understand everything you've said on the video like a dictaphone. And then it can summarize it. So it automatically, if I record a Loom video, I've got my YouTube description there. I've got all my timestamps, everything. It's got a transcript. You can just put all that through AI. And then I'll actually probably write an article, an SEO article that'll be published on Google with that video in as well, explaining the processes. So that's the goal. That's what I'm planning to do. So, all right, I've said it now. So
a video a day.
30 days of January. I might not do 30 days after that, but maybe that's every year I do a January resolution, not a New Year's resolution, a January resolution, whether it be going to the gym every day or whatnot, and try to in some way better my life. So maybe that's the video thing. It is the video thing now. We've confirmed it on the pod. It's been said.
Mate, that's a big goal, to be fair.
30 videos in 30 days. Yeah.
It's in the 31 days in January though.
There's 31 videos in 31.
30 days, September, April, June, November. Oh yeah.
31 videos, 30 days. 31 videos, 31 days.
That's good.
We're doing it.
Long form video is the one though. Like you can build more of a community that way, I think, definitely.
Yeah.
Whereas the short form is more of like a lead magnet and a bit of a dopamine hit and that kind of thing. You can still build brands and stuff, but
yeah, and you do a lot of TikTok. I don't really go on TikTok, to be honest.
Yeah, TikTok's the one. Like, yeah, TikTok's a big one. But yeah, right, everyone, go and follow Nick.
Bamford.ai.
Send him hate if he doesn't do 31 videos in 31 days.
I will be doing it now. I've said it. I'll have to back myself. I've said it.
Right, everyone watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, comment your favourite part. Any comments from Nick, leave them in the comment section below. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure to follow the podcast and leave a 5-star review, and we'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.